All right, here we go with the last lesson for volume. It's not the last lesson, but the last lesson for volume. We have one more lesson after this. It's a quick one page only here, front side only. Remember, with surface area of a sphere, there was only surface area, and there was only one variable. It was all based on the radius, right? Well, the same thing happens with volume. With volume, though, there is a fraction involved, 4/3, and the radius is cubed instead of squared. Okay, so it is a little trickier. If you want to see where that comes from, you can go to the video that I posted in the extensions column on Canvas, or the extra resources column. It's kind of mathy. I mean, a lot of stuff with fractions and knowing how to do all that. If you're good with fractions and can follow it, go for it. If not, not a huge deal. If you can just trust me and go with the formula. Two examples, pretty straightforward ones. Diameter is 4, so the radius is 2. So the volume is 4/3 pi 2 to the third. Well, 2 to the third is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. It's not 6. And then I multiply that by 4/3 pi. So that's 8/1. So that's 32 pi. So I'm just multiplying across 4 times 8, 32 pi over 3. That does not reduce. So 32 pi over 3 meters cubed is my volume. Okay. Next one, the radius is 6. So 4/3 pi times 6 to the third power. Now, 6 to the third power, probably need a calculator for that. So 6 times 6 times 6. There is a button on your calculator that does it. If you haven't seen it before, ask in class. I'll show you. Probably a good thing to know. That's 216. 216 times 4 is 864 pi divided by 3. And that actually works out nicely to 288 pi, which is about, so to the nearest 10th, 904.8 cubic meters. Okay. All right. The last one is the one you're not going to know how to do. Yeah. So the volume of a sphere, I'm giving you the volume and I want you to find the surface area. So we have the volume, which is 4/3 pi r cubed, but I need the surface area, which is 4 pi r squared. So as long as I know the radius, I can do that. Well, how am I going to get the radius if I know that this is the volume? I'll plug it in. 2304 pi equals 4/3 pi r cubed. And now I just solve this for r. I'm going to get rid of the fraction by multiplying both sides by 3. It's going to give me a big number there. 2304 times 3 is 6,912 pi equals 4 pi r cubed. I'm going to divide both sides by 4 pi. Good news is the pi's cancel. And I have 6912 divided by 4, which is 1728. So 1,728. That equals r to the third power. Now, there's a button on your calculator that you've probably never used before. It looks like a square root with an X by it. That's not the square root. It's the button above that. There's a little X there. So to type this in your calculator, you need to type 3 and then that button and then 1728. Go ahead and try that now, if you can find that button. And that should give you that the radius is 12. If it doesn't, or you can't find the button, ask me in class. It's not the answer. I'm going to take that and plug it in. 4 pi times 12 squared. 12 squared is 144. Times 4 is 576 pi. And that would be units squared, because it is area. And that's it for volume of spheres. One more lesson to go, and then we're done with the unit.